What's good? What's good? What's good? This is Nikki C, and this is Nikki C's Nightcap. What up, y'all? What up? Yeah, it's the same old shit, just a different day. I've been peeping out the scene as usual, and I can't hold my tongue no more. I can't hold back the things I have to say about what's going on. First of all, whoever listens to me knows that I've said that we're gonna have to let some of these people go, which is are the entertainment industry. The entertainment industry has been on some bullshit for quite some time now. All these things have been happening, and people have just turned away from it and act like things didn't happen and all this stuff. And then we get this guy Charleston White saying all these things about it, and it just lets me know that not even just I had peeped out this shit. Many people have been peeping this shit out, and they just not saying nothing. And it's just a total shame that our community, again, our black people, are not giving a care about our people. We care the least about our people. We don't hold ourselves accountable. We don't support each other enough. We don't do shit. We got information man over here putting up all type of things that are done against black people, and we sitting over here in oblivion, not even realizing all this shit is going on. And if it happened in Philadelphia, you best believe it's happening everywhere. It's happening all type of places, and we are too caught up under the psychosis of some bullshit to realize what's going on around us. What are we doing? Are we fucking high or what? Are we over? Is everybody motherfucking on meth or what? Is everybody so mesmerized by material things and body jobs and all this shit? Or is it that serious right now? I stopped giving a care about all kind of stuff as I opened up my mind and I started to ascend into the realities of what's really going on around me. Shout out to the real Aaron Collins in the building. What's up, Aaron? No, I just started realizing that all this shit didn't matter no more. It wasn't important. All these material things and everything else that we all seem to feel better by having stuff, and we feel better about ourselves. But no, we should feel better about ourselves without anything. We should just care about us ourselves, and we need to go inside of ourselves and really learn to love ourselves. And whatever we do on the inside, it reflects on the outside, and we start loving the people that are around us and taking care of those people and making sure these people are okay. We don't do that shit. We the only ones don't do that shit. Everybody else, you can go to Chinatown, what you see. All the Chinese people helping each other and looking out for each other. You can go to the place where the Indians be at. What you see, all of them taking care of each other. The Latino community, what do? They taking care of each other. What we doing? Over here bickering on the internet, going back and forth. If it ain't one thing, it's another. Well, I'm not mad at Charleston White. I don't like everything that he said, but his main thing is that he loved black people and he wants to people to look at everything for what it really is. I'm really upset with Ti because even though he all this shit happened with him, I was a supporter of his family and his family hustle show. I used to watch that show. I watched King as a young boy do his thing on the show and stuff, and I never imagined that he would be crazy and like he is now and getting in all this trouble. Um, I'm upset that Ti flaunted and throwed his riches in people's faces. I didn't like that. I don't feel that's cool. And you think we forgave you for drugging people and 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 doing lewd sex acts to them? We didn't forget that your ass was involved in that. We didn't forget that. And then here you come with your chest stuck out talking all that shit. That's not cool. I'm not feeling that. Are you? It don't matter how many times your wife get on there and brag about you being a great provider and all this shit. It doesn't matter because we ain't gonna forget the other shit that you in court about and that y'all real quiet about. That shit don't matter. First thing first, you should have checked your child. I'm not gonna allow my children to disrespect grown people, and I'm not gonna say anything. That's not cool at all. And it's just like we've been against each other ever since this internet shit start getting really popular. That's all we do is start shit with each other. I'm sick of this. And man, if any of you guys was right in front of me, I'll slap the shit out of you. Because it was never was necessary. It's all about insecurities that people have when they see another person doing some shit. Because you afraid that you have to compete with someone. We don't never have to compete with each other because of the simple fact that when God start giving out gifts and start giving things to people, your stuff already had your name on it. It was your stuff and couldn't nobody ever take anything from you that was meant for you to have. And one thing I do notice about our black people is that they set the wrong fucking intentions on shit. They have bad energy towards people. And I just experienced some shit like this last night, actually, that I didn't want to be a part of. I sit in my house day after day, being productive. Sometimes I just relax. I have conversations with people who are trying to uplift and bring me to another place in life. But when I get to talking to somebody who is not, it's very uncomfortable. If you're not trying to make me feel good, me trying to make you feel good, and we moving along and we're enjoying our conversation. If the conversation is ugly, I don't want to be a part of it, and I'm going to point out to you where you're wrong at. I'm definitely going to do that because one thing about it is you can't profess God one moment and then turn around and show me something else in the next time I talk to you. That's not cool either. So what I'm noticing is when you start calling people on their bullshit, they have a real issue with that. No, Charleston White is not always right. And he has said some things that I think he that was disrespectful. But at the end of the day, He called them on some real shit, and nobody wanted to hear it. And I'm even in a situation like that where I'm gonna have to like just tell someone I love dearly the real truth about themselves. And it's not gonna be easy, but I'm gonna have to do it because when are we gonna turn over a new leaf and stop being the way we are? All we sit back and do is want to hate on each other all the damn time. And I'm not saying everybody do it. Everybody don't do it, but we got enough people out here doing it that it's very toxic to our community. It's very toxic because what it does is it makes the people that are not being that way just want to go isolate themselves. And these are the very people that probably could help the situation. They could probably help people move to another plateau in life, but instead of that, they just go away and don't come back because don't nobody want to have time for no bullshit every time. Every time. We got to deal with that kind of shit. I have a situation, like I said, right now, where I have also asked this person to not bring these type of issues to me. I'm not the one to bring it to. I said we could talk about anything else, but when you want to do that, I don't want to talk about that, okay? Now, isn't that respectful enough that I had enough decency to say that to the person? Shouldn't that my wishes be respected so that we can still be friends and still have our relationship? But some people are so disrespectful and honorary that they don't care again about someone else. It's always about them. So the person did the shit again to me after I had already said it like more than one time. They did it again to me. They came back with that bullshit again. Like I don't even care about this incident, these people that you want to keep talking about. I don't care about this because it's not doing anything that's positive in my life for me to waste my breath and time to talk about this shit. This is your thing. You going through this. Now, you don't need to bring it to me no more. It doesn't matter what I ask for or what I want. This is something that this person does. It's just a energy vampire move, first of all. And it's to the point where they don't care how you feel about it because they just want to drain your energy with the bullshit in the first place. And it don't make any sense at all. So this is why people like me and other people, they just end up getting away from people and just having an isolated life away from that shit because that's the only way you're going to have any peace. I'm talking about it's so toxic and you like wondering why this person keeps indulging in the same activities all the time. You're wondering and you're like, okay. Oh, so they just go like all this. It's like I almost can predict everything that's going to happen with the characters around me. I always can predict it. I'm trying to figure out how did I do that, Aaron? When I'm on my phone, Aaron, are you at work? You'll answer me in a second. Oh, you'll answer me. But yeah, I just I just don't think that Charleston White is I don't know why I said right. Charleston White is wrong on the things that he's saying regarding these children that are like barely 18 and want to come popping off at him. Um, I also don't think Hassan Campbell is wrong with his views either. I don't think Rich Dollar 64 is wrong with his views. The Making of the Man a Man podcast. Please check it out. I posted it in my on my wall, and that is really someone I really know. That's my cousin. Anyway, he made his podcast and passed me up real fast with his subscribers, but it's all good. It's all good. So the things that I've been paying attention to for the longest time is that these celebrities never gave a fuck about us. It's all about how much they can influence us so they can keep getting paid. But when T.I. said what he said, it just pissed me off even more because he wouldn't be where he is without the support of these same people he's talking to, saying, "Oh, I'm a rich nigga." Okay, good. He's a rich nigga and basically disrespected this man and told that man that he ain't never did shit worth shit in life. How you know? How do you know that this man has not did anything or he didn't reach any type of goals? You're just gonna say he ain't did shit because you happen to get into the rap industry. If you wasn't in the rap industry, what would you be doing? That's my question. If you didn't get with old girl Tiny and get your grand hustle where it is so you can be successful and get all the money you have, then if you didn't do that, what would you be doing if you didn't get into that business? That's a good question, ain't it? Everybody wasn't meant to be rappers or musicians or in the music industry or on movies. I didn't want to even fuck with Hollywood. That was my thing. Play production, acting. That was my thing throughout out school. But when I got out, got a little taste of Hollywood and how things go, it was like I don't want to be in this vicinity of this shit. I want to be somewhere else doing hair. I didn't even want to go to Hollywood to do hair, which I could have been there a long time ago. I didn't. I'd rather deal with the common folk, the people that going to work, doing some corporate stuff. I didn't mind just dealing with them and doing my regular little life the way I'm doing it because of all the ill shit that's going on. And then in my spirit recently, I just got that it was going to be trouble. A lot of times, people, oh man, a lot of times people don't get it when it comes to spirituality. I don't know where I be getting some of these messages from, but I do know during the time of my illness, I was getting a lot of way more messages and really fast. And since I've been home and everything is clear now, I've interpreted a lot of things. A few days ago, maybe that was last week, when Information Man dropped a video about the people in LA and the city council people. Well, during my time in that state of mind I was in, I did get a message that the Latino people was like really gonna push us out the way, basically, and become us. All of our history would not be our history, but it would be somebody else's history. These are the things, the messages I was getting. We're not gonna have nothing if we don't stand on our shit. And they're gonna make it like we was never here, the same way they do everything else. So what we need to do is get our shit together so that we can still be relevant here. But if we ain't gonna do nothing but worry about the little dumbass shit we worrying about, we not gonna have shit. We not gonna have a history. Our history will be wiped out and taken over by someone else. Plain and simple. Instead of me saying I am Khalifa, it will be them saying they are Khalifa. And so on and so forth. Instead of Kobe being who he is, he'll be a whole totally different person. Michael Jackson and everybody else too. So if we don't start being accountable for the fuck shit we've been doing, and everybody's been a part of it at some point, it's just time to shake it off and come back to our senses and come back to who we really are, instead of these hallucinations that we've come to believe. We've come to believe that we are supposed to be this way. This is so cool to be worried about outshining somebody else. That has never been the purpose here on earth. It was more than that. It was more than us just feeling like we need to be more than other people, more than our people, for real. That's what it is. The battle is between us. And until we can start loving each other and respecting each other, then we're going to continue to have these issues. And it's, was very sad to hear that these men in this prison were used as guinea pigs for experiments. And that's another thing. We got to stop letting people offer us money to be on some fuck shit. They offered these men $100 a month to be a part of these experiments. They didn't have no idea what these people was giving them or putting them on, but they were allowing it for the money. That's the thing with us. Somebody could tell us $100 and we running to go get it. Just like the Jeffrey Dahmer shit. He was offering money for pictures, and people that wasn't even with that gay shit was still about to go on there and do the pictures for the money. And that's how you get caught up and stuck. These people was losing their lives over that, trying to go get a few dollars. And we value money way too much. Money is not real at all. It's not nothing but a piece of paper. We need to get to know that and realize that you know this money is not important, because when you have God, you know how amazing that is. If you have God and you don't have to worry about this money stuff no more. When you really trust God and know that you're gonna be taken care of, just as sure as the birds in the air are taken care of, you will be taken care of. And that's what has happened. We just been tricked, bamboozled, and fooled into all this other stuff that has nothing to do with our real original way that we was placed on this earth, in the original way we were created, and what we were created to be and do. Peace, what it do, Aaron Collins?
Hey, what's going on, Nikki?
Man, I just had to say my words. I've been pondering over these words for a few days now, and I just had to come on and say how I feel about what's going on with T.I., Charleston White, and this whole Boosie bullshit that's going on. Boosie hasn't said anything. I haven't really, I mean, I'm not going to say he didn't say anything, but I haven't really heard what he said to Charleston White.
Yeah, I hear you. Man, I saw the video. I mean, it was a live that they did together. They really weren't saying nothing. I mean, they just got on there like they tagged the team against Charleston White, but really it's just their sons play together and they got to talking about something else altogether that had nothing to do with Charleston. I mean, they were saying just regular random stuff. I mean, apparently they were at Boosie's house and talking about where he stayed and the horse running around his land and all, and
Hmm.
basically that and just giggling and laughing. There was no point to be made for whatever they were saying, so really left me confused. So
Hmm.
whatever. What I'm more concerned about is what Ti said at the end, saying that this is trap music parenting.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, I'm like, what is this dude talking about?
This dude is weird. He's a weirdo. He's more of a weirdo than I thought he was. He was already a weirdo when he started drugging people.
Ti used to not be that way. I think,
He drugging people now, so we don't know what the hell kind of entity took over him. Let's just be honest. These
yeah.
people are demonic, and they under demonic rule right now. They have to do these things in order to feed the demons that they working for. Period. Let's just be honest. Let's just say what it really is. You know, that's the way I feel about it. Why are you guys drugging girls? You guys are there together and y'all need these girls too. And that's one thing they've been quiet about.
Yeah. Well, you know what? When it comes to demons and devils, I serve a God who is more than capable of destroying the whole host of
Oh
them.
yeah, of course.
So I ain't worried about none of them.
I ain't never been worried about it. I'm just saying that we need to say what it is though. Like, let's stop dancing around this. This ain't the work of God. This ain't God's people talking.
Yeah.
It's most definitely not. Like, they doing what they want to do, and they doing something else that's opposite of God. And that's what I was saying about me having to deal with someone who wants to portray that everything is about God, but then when you're with your actions, you're doing something else. So there's no way that you could be really on the side of God, especially when your words coming out your mouth or words that's destroying someone else.
Well, basically, when it comes down to it, they're speaking with a forked tongue anyway.
Yeah, you gotta. Yeah,
Basically, meaning what it says is they're really snakes. You know, they can say one thing and be deceiving you at the same time.
can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, good. So yeah, you gotta choose what type of things you want to deal with in your life.
You know that the eyes and the ears are the windows to the soul, and that's how stuff gets in our spirit. So it really is up to us as the consumers to be more careful with what we feed our spirit, myself
Exactly.
included.
Exactly.
Myself included, because I've been guilty of doing it too.
Yeah, I already know, Aaron. And you know what? I refuse. I'm gonna refuse to be involved with things that are not making me feel good at all. Like, it doesn't make sense for me to have to deal with that, regardless. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
It don't make no sense at all. So that's what I was coming on here to do. Was just that, like, basically say what how I feel about it. That is, really some bullshit, and that these people never gave a fuck about us. So why are we giving a fuck about them and putting them so close to us when we know that they don't know nothing about us?
Yeah. But you know, as long as we realize and we're aware of the times that we're living in and behave accordingly, I really do believe we'll be all right. You know, God wants us to be aware, but not in fear. Hello, Nikki? All right, everyone out there. Well, anyone that's out there listening, I think Nikki's having technical difficulties, so I'll try to um, carry the live and be exciting try to keep everyone in tune to the live. But we just deal with a lot of. We just got a lot we're up against in the world today. Everything that's happening, particularly in social media, it's all related to this cancel culture that everyone is so infatuated with that we're in, and we must be protective of our ear gates and eye gates, and we definitely have to be very protective of our mind. As I've stated before, I'm guilty of doing the same thing, so I'm talking to myself as well. Bottom line is that the masses of people that are out here today are just a bunch of zombies walking around aimlessly. Everyone is out doing their own thing, got their own agenda going. We definitely have to be mindful of the things that we consume, that we put into our spirits. We have to be mindful of what we allow ourselves to be influenced by. And for our children, for those of us who have children, be mindful and aware of what they're consuming. Our parents definitely need to go back to monitoring what their kids are watching on television. There's so many covert and overt agendas out here, but I'm more concerned
Hello?
about the. Oh, can you hear me? I can hear you now.
Yeah, I can. I'm
Yeah.
back. I had to get off to answer this stupid ass call that was gonna keep coming until I answered it. So I answered it.
Oh, okay. Was there someone in the chat?
No,
Oh, okay.
ain't nobody in the chat. Was you was the only one in the chat.
Well, in case there was someone in the chat, I was holding it down for you.
I knew you was holding it down for me. Thank you.
No problem.
I
That go
appreciate that.
anytime. I mean, I was talking to, if this ain't no one in the chat, I was talking to whoever in the bushes or in the nosebleed seats or in the balcony, whatever.
In the bleachers.
The bleachers, yeah. That's right. We got the bleachers, not the balcony, the damn
Yeah, we got the
bleachers.
bleachers over here.
Yeah, the bleachers is way up there.
Yeah, people and their energy.
hmm
And then when you call them on their energy and you call them on that shit, when you say you don't want to be a part of stuff, then they want to get all upset with you. Then they
But,
want to say dogs get mad.
but you know what, though? Isn't that the way of the world?
That's the way.
Everybody all up in their fifis.
Yeah.
Everybody is all up in their feelings. It's all about them. All about how you make them feel.
Yep, I just told him I don't want to hear no all that shit. I don't. Like I've been living my life free and clear of all the bullshit.
Hmm. And I was making everyone aware, who don't, for those who decide to watch this later, that there's so many agendas out here, both overt and covert. But the covert ones are the ones that's more dangerous because they're the ones you don't see, the subliminal ones that take you by surprise, and they'll take you in the shadows.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, a lot of people went in on this shit. I had to go in and do my going in on how our people treat each other.
Yeah, we say it all the time how other groups are uplifting each other, and they don't. They do. They do it. They 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 do everything. They do things in house. They don't put their business out in the open.
Mm-mm. No, because as soon as niggas got cameras, they just think they cute about everything. They do everything for a view. So
Yep.
even what the son had did to Charleston White was all for views because he trying to make his mark on the internet. You know what I mean? So that's what it's been about with us as black people. Anyway, everything we do gotta be flossing on. People make do special shit just for a picture on to put on Facebook. It's crazy. Do you know how many times I had the same fucking clothes on? I don't give a fuck. I'll take pictures in the same shit. And I'll have it on again the same day of the next year. You know what I mean? And I still take my picture because my picture is not about that. It's
That's
not
real talk.
about it's not about what I had on or none of that shit. My picture was something totally different. I wasn't never doing it like that on the internet. I just been chill and being myself the whole time. I had on something brand new or something old. But
Hmm.
hair was done or it wasn't. I didn't care. If I wanted to take a picture at that time, I just take it. It
That's what
might
it's
be with something I want to remember. It could be anything.
right. I know what you mean, Nikki. I know exactly what you mean.
Cause we gotta keep it real. We don't always look the best, you know what I mean? I don't always look the best. I don't always have my hair done. I don't always do anything. We just gotta be 100 with ourselves. Ain't nothing perfect around here.
Sometimes we don't always feel at our best either.
Yeah, we ain't perfect around here. Let's be real with ourselves.
You already told you about me a few days ago. Hell, I just came out of the hospital. The whole right side of my face, well, not the whole right side of my face, but a visible part of my face was swollen from
Mm-hmm.
the, from an infection from an abscess, which I'm going to have taken care of immediately.
Mm.
When I got the antibiotics, it's gone down now.
Yeah.
But I'm just proving a point. I mean, I just lost another cousin, Chicago, for health related reasons. So, you know, it's time out for all the dumb stuff. And need to really focus on what's important. I mean, now you saw me when I was on the panel with Information Man and George Makem today. I mean, everyone's got a vested interest in the buffoonery of our community and not the real stuff, like the host from prison in Philadelphia. And I
Yeah,
heard you just talking about it just now, and
yeah.
that's real.
And if it's happening at that prison, imagine what's happening at all these prisons we got have in California. We have so many.
Hmm. They got gladiator camps in California, from what I understand.
What?
They call them gladiator camps.
And what do they do?
Well, you know what gladiators are? They're fighters.
Oh, so they fight?
They have they pit them against each other.
Oh, so they fighting the prisoners and betting money.
Yeah, you got places like San Quentin, Folsom, Chino, Pelican Bay, and these are just the prisons we know about.
Mm. So I'm just gonna say what I'm gonna say. So the entire time, slavery never ended.
Exactly.
It never ended. We were just tricked into believing that we were free.
I mean, think about it.
We're not free, y'all.
Why you think they have something called the school to prison pipeline that purposely targets black boys?
And they still doing the same thing. Like, so when people go to prison, they're working for free
Hmm.
again. They're working for free again.
And a lot of these prisons are privately owned.
And they give them like 35 cents an hour just to say they're paying them something. But at the end of the day, that's only to cover their ass about the slavery shit.
Exactly. But see, these are privatized prisons. Prison, prison is a profitable. Basically, that's like one prisoner probably counts for maybe, well, say $5 or something like that. It might be more than that. But say you get all these people. This is just fresh and basically free labor. While
It's,
these tycoons and businessmen get paid a whopping sum.
now watch this. And the rappers, and some of them rappers got their ties in that shit too.
Oh yeah, the rappers get their ties in it because half of them are inmates.
They got no, they got their money invested in it too. Is what I'm trying to say. I'm not talking about the inmate side of the game. I'm talking about the benefits side of the game where they getting bread off of it.
Yeah, you know what? I wouldn't be surprised at that either.
It's
Yeah,
not nothing to be surprised. It's the truth. I already know.
yeah, you got a point there.
Yeah, I already been peeped all this stuff. I just ain't never talked about it. But yeah, have you ever in your life ever thought about how certain people became such billionaires so fast?
To be honest with you, no, I really haven't.
I did. I was like, now we know that the rap industry, the music ain't doing all that. It's doing
Hmm.
it, but it ain't doing all that. So you gotta have money invested in other things.
Well, yeah, I can get
And
that,
then
but
you could dig what? But what?
no, okay, I see what you mean. Cause like
You
take
better go
people.
listen to Nas.
I mean, listen to what I'm saying. I mean, I get what you're saying now. I understand now. I just didn't think prison was one of them. But
Yeah.
take 50 Cent for example. His
Even if it
music career kind of tanked, so he started getting into producing movies and stuff. And now he didn't got successful with Ghost and
oh yeah. I like what he's doing with Ghost in there.
You know, with that show and with Kanan
Yeah, I
and
watch
BMF
all that. I watch everything 50 Cent do.
and Power and all that. Yeah.
And people be hating on 50 too. They always hating on 50 because they say he on the internet acting a fool all the time and saying some
Yeah.
stupid.
You know, 50 does do his part with the antagonizing, but from a business perspective, I'm liking what he's doing. Yeah, from a business aspect, I do like what he's doing, but people, I think what people need to be doing is doing what 50 and everyone else is doing and get their money up. You know,
Yeah,
oh, it's something I wanted to say to you too. I think you said something that about that you wish your lives would go back to the way they were. You know what? There's nothing wrong with what they're doing now. But if they do go back to the way they were, that's good too. Right now, it only shows that you're just evolving,
yeah, I'm evolving.
and maybe you just have a different message this time.
Yep, it is a different message. It's a message that our people need to really wake up and look at things for real and look at what's going on for real and stop letting all these things distract us away from, you know, the
Yeah.
real issues.
See, some content creators have a message, and some content creators just have the mess.
You got that right. Yep, yep, yep. I wasn't gonna stay on here that long. I just wanted to come, say what I had to say, get the hell on. It's almost been an hour.
You know, I enjoy it when you come on. You know.
Yep, I was on there with LMP earlier. I thought
Yeah.
you were gonna come.
Well, I saw too late. I saw at the last minute that he was on there. I didn't even know he was on today.
You know,
I
cause
would. I would definitely would have hopped on there.
no, cause when Information Man was shutting his down, I went out and saw LMP and went in there with him real quick. He had been up there by himself for a minute.
Yeah, I definitely would have came up in there.
Yeah. Yep, yep, yep.
You know, I heard someone say something today that made I think it was a content creator I came across I think yesterday. He said something. He confirmed something that I heard before. How like when you look around L.A. and California in general, that California is supposed to be one of the richest states,
It is.
but yet if you look across it in cities like Los Angeles and San Francisco, you see homelessness all literally everywhere.
Because the homeless people don't really want to go and say that they crazy and get those homes that they have. I don't think these people really want to go to the places that they have, or do the things, or maybe they don't know how to do the things that they need to do to get off the street.
That might
Or
be the case
even if
with
there
some,
are programs that they offer them,
and that
and
might
most,
be the.
go ahead.
I'll say that might be the case for some people, but that doesn't apply to everybody.
Yeah, but I know some of them are mentally ill. That's some of them, and I know you said you knew a little bit more about it. I don't really understand why all those people are out there either. But I do know there's some programs available, and I don't know what the criteria is to get involved in one of the programs. I need to check on that so I'll know for sure. 'Cause even in Riverside, they had a homeless thing to help them get off the street.
Right.
And it was more people on the streets. I see some of them, a lot of them are gone off the streets. They used to be in front of 7-Eleven a lot.
Yeah, I think I know exactly the area too. I've seen when I was passing through there, going to and from Arizona. I saw quite a number of homeless people in Riverside too. I'm like, man, I figured somewhere like Riverside would be a little bit more, helpful with people. But man, I mean, it's not as bad as LA, but I'm like, wow, it's almost comparable.
That's because a lot of these homeless people that's even here, they ain't even from out here. Too. A lot of the people that came out here.
Yeah, a lot of them did come from LA because LA is like the nearest big city to Riverside. So yeah, that would be the obvious assumption. Well, San Diego too, but heck,
Well, Aaron, I'm gonna close this out. Y'all know what I want y'all to do. I want you to love yourself, know yourself, be true to yourself, stay fly. Shop on my website, stay fly wigs and accessories. Dot myshopify.com. Go get you some fly shit. Until we meet again, my friends. Peace and love, and I'm gone.
I'll let you.